Okay, I wanted to talk to you briefly about what happens after the speeches. We have a bill, we have a speech for the bill, maybe a speech against the bill, then we open up for debate. There are some parliamentary motions that can help you at this point, and these are over on page 93 at the end of chapter 5. So the first thing I want to talk about when we talk about parliamentary procedure is different classifications of motions and precedents. And if you look at the bottom of that page, you see the precedence pyramid. And it says there are different classifications of motions. The main motion is the one on the bottom. It's the last thing you vote on. So the bill itself will be the main motion. And the motion on the floor is that we pass this bill. And we're going to vote yes or no. And it's to build a roller coaster. As we're talking about it, somebody decides, hey, we've got a lot of wood around here. Why don't we build this roller coaster out of wood? So we're going to have an amendment, which is a secondary motion, and it says we're going to make it wood. Now we debate this, because for some people, this might be a deal breaker. I'm going to vote yes or no depending on whether or not it's wood or metal. So this takes precedent over the main motion. As we're discussing it, I see that there's some factions forming, and I want to meet with some people informally and talk about it outside in the hall. So I move that we take a recess. I'm asking for a privilege. A 5-minute recess to talk to some people informally and see if I can get them to vote on my side. The chair does not want to take a recess, and so they call for a quick vote on the motion to take a recess. All those in favor, aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. No. Noes have it, motion fails. Well, I think there were more people voting yes, so I want to see the vote. And as a member of the assembly, I have the right to see the vote just by asking for it. So I call for a division. In the old days, they would literally divide the assembly. Ayes get up and move to this side, nays get up and move to that side, count the white wigs. The nays, ayes have it. The ayes have it, because we're going to take a recess. So the motion carries. That comes up incidental to the motion. We're talking about it, we're debating. I disagree with the count. I want to see the count. Incidental motion takes top precedent. We count, we find out it passed, we take our 5-minute recess, we come back, we debate the amendment, it passes, now we debate and vote on the main motion as it has been changed. That's how precedence works. Some of the motions that are going to be helpful to you, of course the main motion is when you put the bill on the floor. If you were not there the day your bill went, and you come back later and you want to consider it, you can make the motion to reconsider, which gets your bill back on the floor for debate. Your bill needs to be on the floor to give your persuasive speech, because a persuasive speech about roller coasters doesn't make sense if the bill on the floor is about health care. So you need to have the right bill for your speech. Other motions that come at the subsidiary level, obviously amend, which is very important. Postpone definitely. I want to postpone this. My partner is not here, and I know they'll be here next class period. I want to postpone it definitely till the next class. Postpone indefinitely, by the way, has no way of coming back. So it's a nice way of saying, make it go away without us voting on it. And it's the lowest order of precedence in the subsidiary motions. Any other motion will take precedence over that because we want to save it. We don't want it to go away without coming back, if there's some way of saving it by making an amendment that makes it better, or by referring it to a committee. There are 3 people out here that have good ideas. Let's refer it to a committee of Joe, Fred, and Sarah, and they will bring it back a new improved version next class period, and we'll start with that. So referring to committee takes it off the floor and sends it to a committee to fix. At the next level, the privilege motions, I want to take a recess as a privilege. I want to just go home, adjourn. That's a privilege motion. Those are the 2 most important ones. And then in the incidental motions, suspending the rules. Sometimes this will be important if we set the agenda for, here are the bills we're gonna cover, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're on bill number 5. I was bill number 2, and it didn't go, I wasn't here, so I wanna leave the agenda, which is a rule. I wanna suspend the rules and take my bill out of order. Or we're on bill number 2, and I'm on bill number 5, and I'm ready to go early. I wanna take bill number 5 early. Again, that would be motion to suspend the rules. That's the basic rule we deal with in class. Point of order is I want to make a correction, or there's something that's happened that needs to be corrected. That doesn't come up very often. Division of assembly, I want to see the vote. I want to divide the assembly to the for and the against. Any member can call for that division. So if you look at the side, you see the vote that's required. And generally speaking, doing business requires a majority vote. Anytime I want to change the rules or take away somebody's rights, like limiting debate. Oh, we didn't talk about limit debate. That's a good one too. Limit or extend debate is under the subsidiary motions. And you can limit debate in lots of ways, but all of them take away my right to vote, or right to discuss. So that's going to take a 2/3 vote, greater than a majority. If you want to vote immediately, that's the ultimate limit of debate. I want to vote now without any further debate. Again, you're going to need 2/3 vote to vote immediately. But the general motion for limit debate can be done. I move we limit debate to 15 more minutes. I move we limit debate till 12:35. I move we limit debate to 3 more speakers. I move we limit debate to 1 minute per speaker. We can have as many speakers as we want, but only for 1 minute at a time. So all of those are forms of limit debate, but when you want to limit debate, you must be specific on how you want to do that. So those are all tools you can use to help your meeting move more smoothly and to get the things you want done in the process where you want them. So look over that chart and be sure and ask questions if you have them in class.